Okay, YouTuber, welcome to the channel once again. My name is Ademola, and I'm welcoming you to this episode of Ethereum stairway analysis. We'll be talking about Ethereum and Bitcoin analysis today, and I have something important to share with you. This chart has a lot of information in it that I want us to look at today, and this chart actually predicts the next possible price target where we're likely to be in the next few months. When should we be expecting a breakout? For those of us that are waiting for the midterm or the next 3-4 months of analysis, well, this is it for you. My friend, I believe you can use this to actually answer the question that you asked about the midterm analysis of Chainlink, Ethereum, and altcoin market cap. Okay, I will still try and do that, but at the same time, this should give an idea of where we're going to be and when we're going to have a breakout. Okay, I want you to look at this very point here. This line that I'm holding here. Just okay. So as I was saying, this chart has a lot of information that can answer the most of the questions relating to the altcoin market. Okay, now I want you to take note of this line that I'm having here. This is a support and a resistance line. This line is important. It has a lot to do with where we're going to be in the next few months, where we have been and where we are now. Okay, I want you to look at this point here. This line acted as support here. It acted as support here. It acted as support here. As support here. Here, a very huge support. Okay, that is about 5 times that this line has acted as support on a weekly base. Okay, then it has also acted as resistance here. It acted as resistance here. 1, 2, 3, 3 different times that it has acted as resistance. So this line has a lot to do with either we're going up or we're going down. Now we are standing right on it. I mean, we're currently sitting on it. That's where we are right now. Okay, so this is very, very important. Okay, now let's go back a little. Now, I want you to also take note of this trend line. This line that's slant down, this trend line is about 3.5 years old now, since 2017 June. Okay, so this is 3.5 years old. We top at this point here, then we come back to it. We come to this line that we are standing on, then we bounce to this trend line, and then we had our third touch point this year in September. Okay, and since then we have corrected. Now we are sitting on this trend line. Now, when you are trading Ethereum, I want you to use it majorly. Trade it against Bitcoin because it is easier to trade. And if you're looking at the weekly chart, you will have more success because you have basically the support line and the trend lines. Okay, now when we rally from this low, at this point we have a kind of triangle forming, and then we break it, we come down to this very support line here. You can see this line, this trend line also has been acting as major support. We have a very low here, then a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, and I believe we are going to have another low again, maybe somewhere around here to form maybe the fourth or the fifth higher low. So I believe we'll come back to this trend line here. Okay, so literally, like I've been saying for quite some time now, I don't think the altcoin are going to have any party till maybe April, May next year. I don't think so. Okay, so as far as this is concerned, we are going to, I think we're going to be bouncing around here. Like we may, because of this 50 moving average, that's the green line. I believe we're going to have a small bounce and then we'll come down. Then we play with this line, within this triangle for some time. Okay, I believe we're going to play within this triangle for some time, and then we can now say we have a bounce. Okay, now that is the first thing that I want us to take note of. Okay, if we are going to bounce after coming down to this line, if we are going to bounce, I want us to take note of this next line, which stop us here. Now this line does not, this we didn't just stop at this point here. This trend line is number one resistant. The next is this horizontal line here, this one here. If you look at it, you see that we hold it as a support, as a support. Okay, if you look at it here, it was a support here. It come down and held it. It was a support here. It was a resistant here. It was a resistant here. So at this point, I expect it to stop. And funny enough, it confluences with the trend line. So automatically, we should know that we are going to stop here. And now we're coming back down to this point. I believe by the time we break out of this point, we will come to this place first, play with it, then we head to our next support and resistance line. Okay, now what do I mean by that? Look at this. This happens to be what stopped us. This line happens to be what stopped us in 2017 March. Okay, so it acted as resistant here. When we drop to this point here in 2017 October and we bounce, we stop at this same trend line again. Same resistance. Now, after breaking the line upward and when we are correcting, what did we do? We hold it as a support. We bounce on it again, confirming the power that this line holds. And when we break it, straight down we go. So I believe by the time we breach this second horizontal line, I believe we'll come right to this point, which is the third horizontal line. Okay. Now, that being said, let's have another view to this analysis. Let's take a fair analysis. Okay, so we will not just be looking at trend lines and the likes. Okay, so let's extend this here first. Let me increase this. Okay, so let's take a fair measure. Let's take a move from this top and then come down to this low here. I think, yeah, this low. We come to this low. Let's look at where we are. Okay, where did we stop? Right at the golden pocket. Okay, let me use this arrow to indicate. Okay, now if you look at it, you see there's no accident in this thing. Okay, there's no accident. Now if you look at this, you see the golden pocket 1.618 is a key point on Fibonacci analysis. Now, if you look at it, where did we stop? Exactly at the trend line. That's the third horizontal line. So I believe we are going to have our next rally after breaking this trend line. After breaking it, I believe we are going to rally straight to this third line. That I believe. So I believe we're going to rally to this third horizontal line. And at this point, we are going to have some kind of heavy correction again, just like we have in this second horizontal line. Okay, now the last part, you see, this analysis I've been trying to like kind of stay conservative. Now, if we are at 0.549 and Bitcoin is at 100,000, Ethereum will be worth $5,400. If Ethereum is at 200,000, that means if Bitcoin is at 200,000, then Ethereum will be around 10,800, 10,900. And if we are 300,000 and the price is still at this very line, then Ethereum will be worth around $16,000. That's if we are still at this very point here. Okay, now that is just the first phase. If you look at this triangle, if you look at this shape, okay, now let me use this to show what I'm saying. Okay, if you look at what we are forming here, you see that this is forming a kind of symmetry triangle. Okay, if you look at this, we have higher lows and lower highs, so that is forming exact symmetry triangles. Okay, so by the time we break out here, if you want to know the very likely target, simply take a measured move from this opening, okay, from the mouth of the triangle, that's from this top to this low. When you take a measured move, bring it to the breakout point. It should take you to where your next target should be. This is long time though. This is long time. I expect this should play out into 2022 or 2025. Now, when we did that, this arrow is exact measured move from this point. Okay, let me just move that so you can see. Okay, coming. Okay, so you see, this is exact the same arrow. Okay, so it's when you take a measured move from here and you bring it to this point here, you discover that our next major target is 0.17. Now imagine if Bitcoin is at 100,000 at this very target here, then Ethereum will be 17,000. If we are 300,000, Ethereum will be worth over 50,000. This is a crazy price. But for the immediate, I would say we should expect Ethereum at 5,000 minimum in the next few months. I believe by the time Bitcoin is around 100,000, Ethereum should be worth over 5,000. And by the time we'll be talking about Ethereum, Bitcoin at 300,000, 500,000, like people are predicting, Ethereum should be worth well over 50,000. So these are the price targets. I believe you've enjoyed this video and we've been able to answer the long-term and mid-term view. The mid-term is 5,400, 5,500 Ethereum. And if you look at this for Chainlink, you'll be talking about 250, to 300 chain link, and the long time for Ethereum at around 50,000. Then you'll be talking about maybe 16. The long time for chain Ethereum is around 16,000 minimum to 50,000. Why Chainlink is around 600 to 1,500 for a Chainlink, and the same analysis can be used for other altcoin. Okay, but to be on the conservative note, I will say our next immediate target is 0.054 Ethereum against BTC. Okay, now having said this, if you enjoyed this video, kindly subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, give a comment, and share the video with your friend. Thank you for viewing. See you in our next video. Bye for now.